Alright, I'm going to continue from the Unkefor's taxonomy lecture, which again can be found in your course packet, page 83. And I went through music performing, music psychotherapy, which is basically listening and talking to music, listening to music and talking about it. Music and movement, which would be like if anyone has had a stroke and they need to do some exercise. Combined expressive arts would be taking any skill or interest that they've had or that they currently have and using it. I've worked with gentlemen who love fixing cars and working with cars, and there's a Alzheimer's facility in Fort Wayne that allowed me to do songs around an actual classic car that was brought in. So that would be expressive arts. Or using the piano because someone has used piano before would be using expressive arts. Recreational music was again those games. It sounds simple and fun, but remember some people just have to learn how to relax, enjoy time together. The one I did not cover yet was music and relaxation. It's within our realm as music therapists to not just recommend a person to do relaxation, but to do relaxation within the music therapy session. So I could do music therapy at the beginning of a session. Maybe I want them just to relax about their therapy, or maybe it's exercises that we do throughout or at the end, and then I also assign them to do relaxation for leisure skill. I wanted to give you some other quick little examples here. If a client brings in some music and they say, hey, this song is really a song that speaks about like my life and what I'm feeling right now, and they discuss that song, what example would that be? That would be music psychotherapy, because that is the one there they discuss and talk. They're going to be sharing some insight. If someone said, hey, I used to play guitar, and the facility puts them into a performance group, that kind of is a giveaway. That's the music performing. All right, I want to go on to the next lecture, which is teaching techniques. Teaching techniques can be found on page 78 in your course packet. It's got 3 columns, teaching techniques. The first one says verbal prompts. All right, this is how to get people to do what you want them to do. Sorry, I've got all these animals in here walking by. All right, first one. This list that I'm showing you on page 78 are teaching techniques to get someone just to be successful at what you want them to do. Verbal prompt means if I said, hey Joe, we're gonna play some tone chimes today. I give Joe the tone, and a verbal prompt is just restating his name. Hey Joe, yeah, that's your tone. I need you to play that. And he goes and he plays that. A verbal prompt can also be giving them choices. If I said to you, what animal is this that's walking through my house? Is that a piglet or a dog? That's a verbal prompt. It's just cueing someone on certain words and they say that's a dog. All right, let's go on to the next one. Pointing prompt. That means you're going to actually physically point at someone or point at what you're wanting them to do. Hey Joe, play this tone. And Joe doesn't move, and I give him a verbal prompt. Hey Joe, yeah, that's your tone. Go ahead and play it. No response. A pointing prompt would be, hey, yeah, Joe, go ahead and play this tone right here. Or I point right at them. Go ahead, Joe, it's your turn. And they play it. If that doesn't work, I go on to gesture, which is like charades, where you show them physically. Hey Joe, I need you to move your arm up and down. Sorry, it's and they play it. So gesture, like charades. Physical prompt is the first time that you would actually touch someone, and it might be just touching their wrist or maybe touching their elbow. I have a lot of people that have confusion, and so when I hand them an instrument, they're thinking, how is this an instrument? A lot of times they go like this, and that doesn't do anything. So I give them this Physical problem. Hey, I need you to move, bend at the elbow. Oh. Total physical assistance means you're going to have to put your hand over their hand and move the tone up and down. Some people, some clients may not have the physical strength to hold this, or maybe don't even have the cognitive skills to know when they are to play, so they may need your hand total physical assistance. I want to mention about this list. You may have a client that needs total physical assistance every time you meet them due to physical challenges or mental cognitive challenges, and it's okay. It really is okay, but it is unethical to have a client walk in and you just go to total physical assistance. Ethically, as a therapist, we have to kind of give them opportunity, maybe give them a verbal prompt and see if maybe they move their foot, and you've been cueing them with their hand. Maybe they would rather play an instrument with their foot. Maybe give them a couple gestures, see if they're able to respond, but you never ever confront someone and jump to total physical assistance. I'm hoping in a couple weeks we'll be able to have a class period where we all have physical challenges, and if someone is blind, they really don't want someone just to come up to them, grab them, and start walking to them. First, you give a verbal cue. Hey, Joe, we're going to move over to the left. Pointing prompts probably not going to work for a blind person. Gesture, not going to probably work for a blind person. A physical prompt, maybe tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, we're moving this way. Is that total physical assistance? You'd have to ask them and say, is that all right if I lead you over there? Same with someone in a wheelchair. You never want to just jump into total physical assistance. Even if you're the most helpful person in the world, you need to start with some of the beginning ones to give opportunity for them to respond. Some clients, again, they will never get past total physical assistance. That's okay. But some clients, it might be their goal to be more independent. So then this list becomes your data sheet for the treatment plan. You mark off, oh, they needed 4 physical assistants, 2 physical prompts. Maybe the next week they only needed 2 total physical assistants, 8 verbal prompts, and 1 gesture. So again, you're going to see some improvement if that is their goal. All right, we're going to move on to the next one.